Now that I've showed you the wrong way to reduce a fraction to simplest form, I'd like to show you the way that we have learned in class to reduce a fraction to simplest form. The good thing about this is it will give you the correct answer every single time. There are several steps to it, but it won't hurt students to walk through the steps because it will help them to review their multiplication facts. And the good news is it will give them the correct answer every single time. So we're going to use greatest common factor to reduce this fraction to simplest form. So we're going to write the numerator and the denominator down. And remember, factors start with an F, greatest common factor. So we're going to think of flashcards. The flashcards are the factors that give us these numbers as an answer. So we want the factors that give us 12 and then the factors that give us 24 as an answer. So we write down our factors starting with number 1. 1 times 12 will give you 12. Is there a 2? Yes. 2 times 6 will give you 12. 3. 3 times 4 will give you 12. Is there a 4? Yes. 4 times 3. But this is a repeat. Once you get to a fact or a set of facts that repeats, there's no need to go on. You found them all. So the factors for 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Now we need the factors of 24, which is 1 times 24 is 24. 2 times 12 is 24. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 6 is 24. 5, there's no number for 5, so now we have 6 times 4 is 24. Again, this number repeats, so we don't have to use that one. And we've now found them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and finally 24. And the reason we write them down here is because students tend to forget some of them if they write them up here only. And we can see them down here, and then as we try to figure out which ones they share in common, it will be much easier to do that. Then I'm going to make what we've been jokingly calling a skinny Venn, which is a Venn diagram, which is skinny, because we're most interested in what they share in common, or what is the same, because it's greatest common factor. And we find that right here in the middle of our Venn diagram. And then we look for numbers that are the same on both. 1, and put it there. 2, 3, 4, 6. We're not worried about 8 because it's not shared in common. And finally, 12 is on both lists. Then again, we're looking for the greatest common factor. So the greatest one that they share in common, and I'll change the color just to help us see it, is the number 12. Once I've found that greatest common factor there, I need to also find it here on my factors lists. 12 and 12. So now 12 is right next to the number 1, which is on the 12 side, so that 12 is going to become 1. And this 12 is next to the number 2, which is on the 24 side, and that's going to become 2. So 12 24ths in its simplest form is 1/2. We have now successfully reduced the fraction 12 24ths to 1/2 using greatest common factor. And I showed the students this. It is a little lengthy stepwise, but we'll always come up with the right answer. If you start dividing, you may have to keep dividing to get it down to its lowest terms or its simplest form. And again, 1/2 is the only answer they're going to accept 4 12/24 reduced to its simplest terms. All of those other fractions in between will be marked wrong if they're given as an answer. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the reply section and I will try to answer them for you. And I hope this makes it clearer as to why we use greatest common factor to reduce our fractions to simplest form. See you in class.